In 1954, Hollywood created a monster that never died. But behind the scales and shadows lies betrayal, danger, and erased history. A woman lost her career. A man nearly drowned. And the suit was thrown away like trash. This is a disturbing legacy of Creature from the Black Lagoon. You're watching MOVIXA. Fact 1. The creature was designed by a woman, then she was erased. Millicent Patrick, a Disney-trained animator who worked on Fantasia and Dumbo, designed the iconic creature. But Universal makeup chief Bud Westmore stole the credit, forced her to deny her own work publicly, and then had her fired. She never worked in Hollywood again. For over 50 years, her name was deliberately erased from film history. Fact 2. The legendary suit was thrown in the trash. After the sequels wrapped, Universal literally dumped the creature costume into a studio dumpster. A janitor rescued the mask and claws and gave them to his son, who wore them as a Halloween costume. One of cinema's most iconic monsters nearly vanished forever, as garbage. Fact 3. The underwater actor could hold his breath for 4 minutes. Rico Browning, who played the creature underwater, performed without scuba gear. Director Jack Arnold demanded no bubbles on screen, forcing Browning to hold his breath while swimming, fighting currents, and acting. One mistake meant drowning, in full costume. Fact 4. 2. Different actors played the same monster. The illusion of one creature was created by 2 men. Rico Browning handled underwater scenes, while Ben Chapman, standing 6'5", played the creature on land. Each wore a different suit, custom built for their body. Editing and lighting hid the truth perfectly. Fact 5. Ben Chapman had to stand for 14 hours straight. The land suit was so rigid that sitting was impossible. Once sealed inside, Chapman stood for up to 14 hours a day, trapped in hot rubber under the Florida sun. To avoid collapsing, he was hosed down and stood submerged in water between takes. Fact 6. The creature's body was inspired by an Oscar statue. Director Jack Arnold noticed the Oscar statuette's broad chest and rigid posture. That human shape became the base, then twisted with fins, scales, claws, and gills. Ironically, a monster shaped by an Oscar would later inspire The Shape of Water, which won 4 Oscars. Fact 7. Medieval sea monsters inspired the design. The creature wasn't just science fiction. Designers studied 17th century illustrations of mythical beings like the sea monk and sea bishop, half-human, half-fish monsters once believed to be real. The fear was ancient, Hollywood just gave it rubber skin. Fact 8. The actor got drunk during filming. During freezing underwater shoots, the crew gave Rico Browning brandy to warm up. Then another. And another. Soon, the man inside the monster suit was drunk underwater, wearing lead weights. What began as kindness nearly turned fatal. Fact 9. Tourists were accidentally terrorized for real. Wakulla Springs remained open to the public during filming. One day, Browning surfaced in full costume next to a mother and child. They screamed and ran into the forest. Somewhere, a family still believes they saw a real swamp monster. Fact 10. It was filmed over real prehistoric fossils. Wakulla Springs sits above a fossil graveyard. A complete mastodon skeleton was found beneath its waters. Years later, a real prehistoric amphibian was named the Creature from the Black Lagoon by scientists. Fiction became science. A monster born from betrayal, brought to life through pain, and nearly forgotten forever. If you love dark Hollywood history, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This is MOVIXA, where movie legends hide their darkest secret.